Awesome. Now, we've been talking a lot about different social channels and a lot about different tools that can enable you to sell more and be more successful on those channels. This is a tool that I really love that engages social media and combines it with promoting a cause. Cause-based marketing is on the rise, and for good reasons. Not only is it good to do well, but you give back, and you can actually make more money by supporting causes. So it all kind of works together for you. I'm going to bring in Sonia and Amar to talk about this. How's it going, guys?
Good. How are you? Thank you for that introduction, Derek.
Yeah, for sure. I'm very passionate about causes. Some of our goals around diversity and inclusion for our events and for our team and all of that stuff. So it's always great to see a tool that can help other people promote causes and make a difference. So
yeah, definitely. I think you nailed it on the head, Derek. I mean, like a lot of days now, brands, the more they give, they're seeing that the customers are giving back and really sticking to that brand for a long time.
Yeah, awesome. I'm going to add your slides here. I'm going to let you guys take it away.
Sounds great. Well, it's so good to meet everyone here. We are excited to get started and start talking about how you as a brand can start giving at the speed of culture.
We're really excited, but Sonia, what exactly is giving at the speed of culture?
I know everyone, including Amar, apparently is at the edge of their seats, but we're going to kick it off with just some introductions. I'm Sonia. This is Amar. We are both co-founders of Change. Change, as Derek mentioned, is a technology platform that basically allows brands to really easily give back in a meaningful way that aligns with their mission. But more than just giving back, it also allows you to engage your community along the way. At the very end of this talk, we will go way more into depth about how this works, how you could get started. But until then, we are going to focus on what it really means to give at the speed of culture. Amar and I, just for some more context, met back in 2013, which feels like ages ago at this point, at Northwestern, and our very first computer science class. We have been building together ever since. We are now based out of San Francisco, where we have been founding Change and eating a ton of donuts.
I got to be honest, though, the donut scene in Chicago, especially back on campus, was a little bit better than San Francisco.
As you can tell, Amar's from Chicago. I'm actually always been from the Bay. So we have, we go back and forth on the donut scene.
So since 2019, we've been working with brands and nonprofits to really identify the way they work together and identify the different pain points when launching these give back campaigns. Along the way, we've learned what it really takes for a brand to be mission driven. 2020 has been coined the decade of giving and giving with a purpose. Historically, when brands, for their differentiating factors, they used to be centered around convenience and usability. Nowadays, customers are asking you, the brand, what your ethos is, what the meaning behind these products is, and why they should choose your brand over others. Over here, we've outlaid a few stats. 86% of consumers believe that companies should take a stand on social issues. What we've seen is that taking no stance is a wrong stance. Your employees, your customers, your partners, everyone you work with is looking to you as a brand to be at the forefront of impact. 89% of Americans would switch brands to one associated with a cause. With modern day technology platforms like Shopify, WooCommerce, and more, it's never been easier to start a brand online. What we've seen is that a lot of these purpose-driven brands with customers have choice to choose with their wallet, and they're going to choose the purpose-driven brand versus any other brand. And lastly, 81% of millennials expect companies to make a public commitment to charitable causes. From here, what we've seen is that as a brand, if you're not giving publicly, your customers have no idea that you're giving at all.
So effectively, the takeaway of all those numbers, those statistics, is that your mission as a brand needs to be authentic and it needs to be visible. Authenticity as a brand is always key. Gen Z and millennials want to see the data. They want to see the stories. They want to see that your mission really means something to you. Virtue signaling, greenwashing, these are all really counteractive to the ongoing movements that are happening today, and your customers will notice that. So when you're defining your mission, come together as a team and figure out something that really aligns with your core ethos, because at the end of the day, it'll make it so much easier for you all to execute on exactly that. And in addition to authenticity, visibility is just as important. Like Amar mentioned, if your customer doesn't know about your mission, even if it's the best mission ever, to them, you have no mission at all. So along the way as a brand, what you should always be focused on is how can I make it the easiest way possible for my customers to connect with me through my values?
As a customer, how do I learn about a brand's mission? Where do I even find it?
It's a good question. So, throughout our history and from brands that we've interacted with, this is what we see happen most often. Brands put their missions in their product details. It might be baked in their footers, in their origin stories, perhaps just deep in the FAQ. And this is helpful information for customers that are at the point of purchase and they're deciding, should I go with this product, maybe perhaps versus another store? It's really helpful to have your mission right here directly within the purchase lifecycle. But interestingly enough, your community lives far, far beyond your purchase funnel. Every single day, your target audience is actively having meaningful conversations on TikTok, on Instagram, on Discord.
Oh, they've frozen.
So what do these conversations look like? These conversations are genuine, they're passionate, and they move at the speed of culture. Here's a snapshot of the first half of 2020 and what community members were talking about. They first start off with the COVID-19 pandemic, then going into the rising social justice movements. Here, what we've seen is brands need to take their mission and be a part of these conversations. They want to be a part of the 97 billion views on TikTok, the 6 million posts on Instagram. Fundamentally, what this comes down to is that your mission needs to amplify the voices of your community. We just showed exactly what your community is talking about. And the more you engage your mission and engage these members, they're going to organically talk about you and drive organic impressions of your brand.
So let's just take a step back and talk about how Nike, one of the world's leading brands, has done this in practice. As an example, we took 2 different Instagram videos that they posted within months of each other just to demonstrate the differences in engagement that you could see. So on the left, what Nike did is they took some of their leading athletes and they talked about how they can perform at the next level of their given sport. And then on the right, they posted about how mothers are the toughest athletes out there. You can see across the board, from the views to the likes to the comments, that the post on the right focused about women's empowerment performed 3 times better as far as community engagement goes, which to us signals that Nike's community is excited about a brand that means something. And not only do they just like it by double tapping the image, they actually have a conversation. It becomes a really, really genuine moment with Nike. And you can see that through 21,000 comments on that post.
And the best part is that these are all organic. This is actually what the community cares about and what the community wants to participate in.
And through those Instagram posts, Nike does an incredible job of making their mission visible. But what you don't see in that image is that with every single caption, Nike says, hey, if you want to learn more information, check out our link in bio. And when you click that as a community member, the first thing you see is, hey, investing in our community impact. This is our impact portfolio. So Nike does an incredible job of not just weaving in their impact-driven messaging, but also showing the tangible actions that back every single one of their posts. They not only document it and do a very thorough job, but they do it in a very public way that's easily discoverable. So now, as a community member, when you engage with Nike or buy their products, you feel like you're part of something bigger and you feel like a part of a movement. So with that, Nike's community, you can see, continues to engage with their posts, likes, views, comments, and more than anything,
Give them a second, guys. They're frozen again. Let's see if Sonia and Amar come back. Just give them a minute. We do have our next speaker ready, but I want to make sure Sonia and Amar can finish up. Standard technical difficulties, for sure. If you haven't checked out Change, I'll go ahead and fill this dead air. Their tool is really amazing and can make it very easy for you to incorporate causes into your campaigns. I think they've already really made the pitch for giving back in their tools, and it does look like we lost them. Okay, that's okay. We will see if we can get them back in a second here before we have to move on. But check out getchange.io. Looks like they are coming back right now. I bet it was internet cut out.
yes.
Oh no, it's happening again. I can see the Salesforce tower. I know there's good internet around them. Somebody has pulled the plug on them. Oh man. They're close. They're nearby, so we're going to give them another second here. But as I was saying, getchange.io, tell them we sent you. You can check out the tool there. Here, why don't we just maybe showcase it around while we're waiting. I'll share my screen. This is the first little technical difficulty of the day, so bear with us. They're relatively new in the space for giving back, but they have really cool functionality that makes it easy to support causes from social media. And I think that's what other tools in the cause marketing space are really missing. So they've got the full screen takeover here, right? And they're showing just easy ways to add money to the cart in order to get, and look, you can change the platform right there, in order to get your customers participating in giving back to the cause. Let's see. I see that they're back again and again. I've got you guys 3 times in the green room. Hopefully we're ready.
Okay, we are so sorry about that.
Yeah.
Our Wi-Fi, I guess, is really acting up today.
Yeah, but what we were talking about is that a lot of brands, they want to be like Nike. They want to take their mission and they want to embed it in a variety of different aspects of their brand. But frankly, it's hard to launch these give back campaigns. There's a lot of the legal components of finding the nonprofit, having an agreement with the nonprofit, along with state and federal filings to actually go and work with nonprofits. On top of that, finding the right nonprofit, a lot of vetting, diligence, figuring out how to move the donations over to that, and not even to mention the actual internal company resources that come along with this, and designing the content and actually embedding these give back campaigns into their e-commerce channels. So that's why we started Change. And with Change, we make it really easy for brands to give back. We handle the entire regulatory component, moving the donations, the actual donation receipt management for a lot of these brands, and lastly, the social media content. So what we do is create the social media content so your customers can talk about your brand and your mission and the causes that you all partner with online on a variety of different social media platforms. What you see here is actually a glimpse into our dashboard, which provides a variety of different analytics so you can understand your customer base at an entirely new level. So for example, in the bottom right, there are customer favorites. You can see what nonprofits and what causes your community is most passionate about. You can then break that down by region and really segment different customer population on different causes, and seeing, hey, what platforms are they most passionate about? Where do they like to talk about you as the brand with their fellow community members?
Effectively, what our platform does is it streamlines everything from the origin of your campaign, the seed of an idea, to actually executing it. And like Amar mentioned, it allows you to measure the effectiveness of every campaign so you can tweak it, you can evolve, you can really move at the speed of culture and adapt to what your community cares about most in that exact moment. So we were so excited to get in front of you all today and talk about what giving at the speed of culture really means and how you all can get started today with our platform. Please stay in touch with us. You can follow us on Instagram, Twitter, check us out. I know Derek shared our website a little bit, getchange.io. We would love to meet you all and hear about what your mission is and how we can help you make that come to life.
If you're looking to get started with any give back campaigns, we have a couple different ways you can do it. We have a Shopify app. You can launch post-purchase campaigns. We also have APIs. Regardless of the way that you choose to integrate these campaigns, you as a brand can use our platform to talk about your mission and really partner with any cause.
Awesome. Love it. Thank you both so much. And we've shared the link here in chat. And I definitely recommend for any brand out there that hasn't done a cause marketing oriented campaign, you need to be putting this on the roadmap someplace. Certainly, you don't have to just drop everything and do this today, but cause marketing needs to be integrated into the overall business strategy, and it will strengthen the brand. It'll strengthen the relationship with consumers. And most importantly, it increases conversion rate. So it pays for itself most of the time. And you can see that in the data. So thank you guys so much for encouraging us to give back and make a little bit of money, perhaps in the process, in a healthy, organic way.
Yeah, and speaking of these roadmaps, with our platform, launching any of these campaigns honestly can be done in minutes. That's where all the streamlining is done with our technology platform.
I love it. So maybe it is something we can drop and do it today. Specifically, I do like the roundup ideas, just right there and add to cart, or something like that. Really easy win to see if people will just put a little bit of a donation on top and start collecting money for charity. So it's easy to do.
Totally. Yeah. Well, thank you so much, Derek, and have an amazing rest of your e-commerce day.
Yeah, perfect. All right. I'll see you guys later. We're going to move right into our next session.